Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud and Tifa here, and this is our guide on the hunt for red Raktuber quest. Now, before we start with this guide, we're going to go through a few requirements and items needed to complete the quest.
Hey everyone, so first off the requirements. You need to have completed the Cold War and Sea Slug quests. You also need level 38 Thieving and level 45 Construction and Hunter. As for the items, you'll need a penguin suit. If you've lost yours, you can make another one with 1 silk, a plank and a steel bar. Use these on a crafting table in a player-owned house. As well as the suit, you'll need 8 silk, 4 planks, 1 thread and 6 free inventory slots. Also, try not to wear anything in your hand or cape slot.
So that's it for the requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Lodestone, which can be accessed via the Lodestone network. And from here we're going to head to the quest starting point, which is by going to Ardone Zoo, which is directly south of where we are now. And we need to speak to Larry to start the quest.
Once you're at the zoo, speak to Larry, who will tell you of some strange penguin sightings he saw in Witch Haven. After scratching his nose, you'll want to head directly south to the town of Witch Haven.
Once at Witch Haven, go to the coast and you'll see a giant footprint. Inspect it and you'll be granted 300 hunter experience. You now want to return to Larry and speak to him about what you found. After the cutscene, Larry will be free from his straitjacket and he will tell you to meet him at the iceberg and to bring the items we mentioned at the beginning of this guide.
To get to the iceberg, first teleport to the Fremnik Province Lodestone. Once you arrive, head directly north to the boat at the dock and choose to travel to the iceberg. Once you arrive, speak to Larry, who will tell you to investigate and you will turn into your penguin form. When you're ready, head to the avalanche to the northwest and enter the base.
Once you're inside the base, you want to enter the interrogation room to the west and you want to speak to the KGB interrogator. He tells you to interrogate the captured penguin. The captured penguin will make 5 statements. After he makes all 5, you need to respond to each one with a specific piece of dialogue to break his confidence. For the first statement, my captain trusted me to deliver the message, say your captain must trust you a great deal. To the second statement, my captain found a great leader. First say what leader could possibly be greater than Peskling, and then respond, the sea may control your captain, but he controls your life. For the third statement, my captain will bring unity to all creatures of the sea by destroying the humans. First say, why not unite all penguins to the sea first, and then choose he's only demonstrating his impatience. For the fourth statement, nothing can stop him. Respond, if he comes to rescue you, he'll be captured. And to the last statement, our sacrifice will be remembered. Say, our sacrifice, only you appear to be making the sacrifice. Finally, choose the second response, if the captain comes to rescue you, he'll be captured. The captured penguin, now broken, tells you the way to call the submarine. Call the captain with the horn of the sea and then do the dance of the sea. Now the dance consists of 3 penguin emotes that are different for each player. You must remember these emotes for later on, so I'd note these down if you can. If at any point you need a reminder on what the emotes are, you can speak to the captured penguin again to be reminded how to call the submarine. Now you need to search the crate behind you after interrogating the penguin and you'll receive a conch shell, a puffer, octopus, monkfish and a ray. Also take note what the captured penguin is currently wearing on his head, as you will have to wear the same item as the penguin later in the quest, and the headgear is different for each player.
Go across the hall and speak to Ping and Pong. Ask them for their help and they will help you make a lullaby for the guard. Talk to the agent near the control panel to find out what makes him sleepy and what doesn't make him sleepy. You will need to note these down as they will be used in the lullaby. Go back to Ping and Pong and use the information you found out to create a lullaby.
You'll be asked to give various responses to the lullaby, and one possibility is this. So the key words that you'll be asked to put in are chicklings, squirrels, blue sea, bears, kiss and sharks. Like we said though, this is various for each player, so just pay attention to what the guard says that he is sleepy and not sleepy against.
Return to the agent and perform the lullaby to make him fall asleep. Once he's asleep, use the control panel to open the doors and head east into the war room. Speak to any of the dwarves. Once you've spoken to one of the dwarves, leave the suit and then speak to them again. They can provide you with information on how to stop the submarine, but they want penguin suits of their own to escape.
When you speak to them, exit out the war room where you'll be kicked out, and then you want to speak to Larry and tell him what you've learned. Larry will tell you to make suits for the dwarfs and will tell you to give them the materials you have with you. So you want to turn into a penguin again and return to the war room to speak to the dwarfs.
Once you give them the relevant materials, you will be shown how to stop the submarine engine. You will be asked to practice it out, so inspect the engine panel and do the following. First, use the wrench to open the wire box cover. Cut the green and red wires with the wire cutters. Use the spare wire to rewire the green wire to the red wire. Wrap the tape around the war ends. Pump air into the pipes until it gets near the red. This may take 2 or 3 pumps. If you pump too much air in, you'll have to start over from the beginning. Turn the wheel while watching the gauge to let air out until the arrow points straight up to the green. If you don't stop and let too much air out, you'll have to pump the bellows again. Pull the lever and the submarine will start on its new course.
After you successfully do this, head back to Larry once again. He says to learn where the sub will be, and you'll need to speak to Noodle for help. Find Noodle, who is near the avalanche, and he will give you an ID card in exchange for owing a debt to the Mafia. Next you want to enter the avalanche and go into the eastern room, and you now need to reach the respective filing chamber. You want to head north all the way, then east all the way, head south 1 cubicle, head west 1 cubicle, head south 1 cubicle, head south a bit, half a cubicle, and then enter the room, and you want to search the sorting table to obtain a telegram. So you now need to reverse the path you took, but be sure to close the door behind you first or you'll go the wrong way. If you get captured, the telegram will be taken away from you and you'll have to repeat this step, but once you're out you want to go speak to Larry again.
Talk to Larry and he'll tell you to meet him on the east coast of Yanil and to bring all your supplies with you. When ready, teleport to Yanil via the Yanil Lodestone, and once there, keep heading southeast to find Larry. Speak to him to turn into your penguin form again. Now wear the relevant hat that the captured penguin wore earlier on. You now need to blow on the conch to call the submarine, and perform the 3 penguin emotes that you obtained from the interrogation earlier. Once you do this correctly, you'll be taken aboard the sub.
Talk with the various penguins, and you now want to keep heading east to speak to Captain Marlin. When you speak to Marlin, you will find that he is being controlled by a sea slug, and he will send you to the brig and confiscate your toolbox. In the brig, walk to the western end and search the hat stand to get an electric eel, shark tooth, crab claw, seaweed and swordfish off it. These are essentially replacements for the toolbox. Now you want to open the door to the east with your swordfish and then inspect the engine panel. We now need to disable the engine using the newly acquired objects instead of the original tools. Use the crab claw to open the wire box cover, the shark tooth to cut the wires, the eel to connect the wires, the seaweed to wrap around the raw ends, the pufferfish on the pipe as the bellows, the octopus with the control valve wheel, and the swordfish as the lever. The submarine will now reroute itself.
After you stop the engine, you will be shown a cutscene where it is revealed the penguins tricked you all along. After the cutscene, speak to Chuck the polar bear, who is disguised as a palm tree. He will inform you he works with Larry and will rescue you from the island. You should then be taken back to the zoo. Speak to him again to finish the quest.
After you finish speaking to him, it will come up, congratulations, you have completed the Hunt for Red Raktuber quest. You're awarded 1 quest point, 3,000 construction experience, 2,000 thieving experience and 1,500 hunter experience, access to the penguin hunting area, penguin hide and seek bonus. A polar bear can now be spotted once each week. Its location is the same on every world and it will hide inside a well and pops up every few seconds. Inspect the well to spy on the polar bear for 1 additional penguin point. Chuck the polar bear located in the cage now replaces Larry in the penguin hide and seek activity. You would have got the various fish hats, and you also got 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. So there we go, a pretty long-winded quest. There's quite a lot to be doing. Obviously there's no combat related stuff, which is quite handy, but it is a lengthy quest. The reward is pretty decent, especially if you're one who does penguins every week, like me and Teeth have always used to. We don't do so much now, but penguin points are quite good to bump you up experience and difficult skills. So now with the additional penguin point that you can acquire, should hopefully mean more experience for you guys. However, if you do run into any problems at all following this guide, then please leave a comment in the comment section below and it will help you out as best we can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!